And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Strap in. This will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
A first down throw for Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Here we go. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hey, we're good.
Back to it after the pick six. Cousin. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First down, Minnesota.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Cousins on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Ron Parker there in on the coverage, and he knocked it away. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
A second down throw for Cousins. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Olabisi Johnson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And it's caught by Garcon. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They run with a former Eagle and Dolphin, Jay Ajayi. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hurry.
From the 24, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
31's the mic. Let's go. Get set. Let's go.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A first update now from Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They go play action. Cousins. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
61.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. 23 yards, the final tally.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, Cousins. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got it. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Hey, exit. Here we go, dude. Here I come. Here I come. Check 26. Recon, 132 fighter.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
18 Gator. 31's the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come smooth. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Ready?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From the 44, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Heck, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Throwing Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. 3rd down here.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
No, there's no rule on switching up plays on fucking...
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
You just watch 88 over there. Just watch 88. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. Five.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This thing is running the same play on defense over and over.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Like, damn, bro, I didn't come out of work to play a nigga like this. Like, that shit's mad annoying.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Done. I know, he's easy. Here we go,
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On play action, Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Olabisi Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.